This is your Barbados Today morning news update for Thursday, June the 14th. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. Topping the news at this hour, this country's bread and butter tourism sector could be hit by another tax in phase 2 or 3 of the Barbados Labour Party's Economic Recovery and Transformation Plan. Delivering her final report as chairperson of the Barbados Hotel and Tourism Association at the Lloyd Erskine Sandyford Centre yesterday, Rosanne Myers said officials are yet to finalize details on the level and type of the taxation cruise industry could attract.
Everybody has to play their part. There are people on platforms paying their way, and a lot of them are in this room. The issue is not the platform. The issue is the ability of anyone to be in the tourism business, keep their revenue, basically, and not pay what they're supposed to pay in terms of taxes. And that very clearly came through, so that we would need to put a tax on the sharing economy. We did moot a tax on the cruise sector, and it was decided by the government team that that will be perhaps phase 2, and that we needed to do some more work with respect to addressing the cruise sector, but they're committed to looking at something in the future.
The new Minister of Education has announced plans to bring in experts to help government find the best solution to a number of problems within the school system, including violence. Santia Bradshaw told the House of Assembly yesterday that government has some serious work to do at a time when teachers are also fearing for their lives on the job.
We are seeing almost the fallout at the bottom of our society. We have children who are going to school hungry. Hungry children cannot learn. We have teachers who are fearing for their lives because they believe that these children have no respect for them and for their safety. We have a problem. I don't want to call it a crisis, but I believe that within the next few months, we will have to address this as a nation, and we will have to engage in a conversation, bringing in people both existing within the educational system, but people outside, to be able to engage our country in what are the best ways to deal with what I consider to be the fallout amongst our young people in this society.
The Ministry of Small Business and Entrepreneurship and the Ministry of Industry are currently preparing the paperwork to set up that trust loan program announced in the mini-budget delivered on Monday by Prime Minister Mia Mottley. The program will offer up to $5,000 in loan to those entrepreneurs without collateral once they can present a viable basic spending plan. Minister of Industry Ronald Toppin said he is working with the Minister of Entrepreneurship Dwight Sutherland to get the loan facility up and running shortly.
And if you repay these loans, you can then come back and get double the amount. So we have decided to trust you, and we have set aside $10 million to ensure that fellas, and they don't, I'm saying block men, but they don't have to be block men. It could be anybody at all. Somebody already in business or somebody not already in business can come forward with a good workable idea. And my colleague, honorable member for St. George South, I am now actively working to get the criteria and the formalities and so on in place, so that we can hit the ground running with that very, very shortly.
In sports, the 2018 FIFA World Cup gets underway today when host Russia face Saudi Arabia tonight, following an opening ceremony at Moscow's Luzhniki Stadium. Football's showpiece event features 32 teams, including holders Germany, competing in 64 games over 32 days. The 21st edition will be played out in 12 stadiums across 11 cities, spread over 1,800 miles.
Russian players spent the afternoon trying to relax and manage the weight of the country's expectations. It takes us a long time to start driving, but when we put our foot on the pedal, we go all the way. So I think once the whole thing begins, everything will fall into place. Nobody has ever achieved anything by words alone. You have to put your money where your mouth is. While the pressure's on Russia to do well at their home World Cup, Saudi Arabia is playing to win. We have the maximum ambition, and that is today to win against Russia.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Welcome back with news from the region now. St. Lucian health authorities warned that crime was taking a toll on the country's health care system. Minister of Health Senator Mary Isaac is worried about the ongoing violence, crime, and the impact it's having on medical personnel and resources.
Health Minister Mary Isaac believes that the quality of public healthcare service delivery is further exacerbated by the violent crime rate. Over the past few months, law enforcement has reported a number of muggings, stabbing incidents, and shootings. The impact of the violent crime rate comes against the backdrop of concerns about the completion of the St. Jude Hospital, commissioning OKEU, and the debate over a national health insurance model.
The crime situation that we have right now, it is putting a lot of stress on our hospitals, on the doctors and nurses who actually are already burdened with taking care of patients who come in on a daily basis.
And on the international scene, a black woman is to lead San Francisco for the first time in its history, at a time when African-American residents are becoming increasingly scarce in the gentrified U.S. city. The ascent of London Breed to the mayoralty is all the more remarkable given she was raised in poverty by her grandmother in public housing. Winning with just over 50% of votes, the 43-year-old said she felt humbled. Ms. Breed is the only female mayor out of the top 15 largest U.S. cities. And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook, and sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.